If you are over the age of 60, I need you to stop scrolling right now and listen to the single most critical piece of advice you will hear all year. You think about your heart, you think about your brain, but when was the last time you truly focused on the architectural foundation of your entire body, your bones? For those of us navigating life after 60, the threat is real, insidious, and frankly, terrifying. It's not just about a little bit of back pain, it's about the silent erosion happening inside you, minute by minute, day by day. Imagine this scenario. You are walking across your kitchen floor, perhaps rushing a little bit to answer the phone. You stumble slightly on a rug, a momentary loss of balance, a simple, ordinary event. But instead of catching yourself easily, you feel a sickening, sharp crack. That simple trip, the kind you've had 1,000 times before, has now resulted in a major hip fracture. This is not a dramatic movie scene. This is the stark statistical reality for millions of seniors who have silently watched their bone density plummet. I am here today to tell you that you do not have to accept bone fragility as an inevitable part of aging. We are going to expose the biggest myth about traditional calcium supplements and introduce you to a profound, ridiculously simple daily habit that will change the trajectory of your skeletal health. It takes literally seconds to implement, requires nothing more than your favorite water bottle, and the results could mean the difference between robust independence and relying on others. We are talking about liquid calcium concentrate, a highly bioavailable, scientifically optimized formula that turns your daily hydration into a potent bone-saving tonic. If you want to remain strong, mobile, and fully independent well into your 80s and 90s, stick with me. This is the blueprint for saving your bones.
Before we dive into the science of absorption and why liquid is superior, do me a quick favor. If you value your mobility, if you cherish your independence, hit that like button right now. Subscribing and turning on notifications means you won't miss any of our actionable advice tailored specifically for longevity after 60. More importantly, hitting that share button is how we spread this vital, life-altering knowledge to others in our community who desperately need it. Think of it as sharing the gift of strength with a friend or a loved one. Now, let's get into the gravity of the situation. The stakes here are not just high, they are everything. We are talking about the loss of independence. When we discuss bone health after 60, we are fundamentally talking about quality of life. Osteoporosis is a silent thief. It steals the structural integrity of your skeleton without pain or warning, often until it is too late and the first major break occurs. For women, especially post-menopause, due to the dramatic decline in estrogen, the risk accelerates terrifyingly fast. Men are not immune. By age 70, men are losing bone mass at roughly the same rate as women. Let's be brutally honest about the consequences of a major fracture, particularly the infamous hip fracture. A hip fracture in a senior is not a temporary setback. It is a life-altering event that initiates a cascade of negative health outcomes. Studies show that roughly 50% of people who suffer a hip fracture never fully regain their prior level of mobility. They often require long-term care, and tragically, about 20% of hip fracture patients over 65 die within 1 year of the injury. Let that number sink in, 1 in 5. This isn't meant to scare you into paralysis, but to galvanize you into action. We are past the age of thinking we can ignore these foundational problems. We must proactively fortify our bodies. Traditional advice often says, take a calcium pill. But here is the massive, inconvenient truth that the pharmaceutical companies don't emphasize. Calcium pills, especially the chalky carbonate forms, have notoriously poor bioavailability. Your body struggles to break them down, struggles to absorb them, and much of that crucial mineral ends up passing right through you, potentially contributing to issues like kidney stones instead of strengthening your femur. You might be swallowing 1,000 milligrams every morning, but if your body is only utilizing 150 milligrams of it, you are effectively paying for a placebo and still leaving your bones vulnerable to corrosion. We need a solution that is absorbed quickly, efficiently, and completely integrated into your system. We need the concentrate. Our focus shifts now from the problem to the solution, the highly potent liquid calcium concentrate. This is not your grandmother's chalky, difficult-to-swallow pill. This is advanced nutritional delivery, designed specifically for the mature body, whose digestive system may not be operating at peak efficiency, especially concerning acid production and absorption pathways. The absorption crisis after 60. Why tablets fail. The fundamental issue with traditional calcium tablets, especially calcium carbonate, the cheapest and most common form, is that they require high levels of stomach acid, hydrochloric acid, to break down and ionize the mineral so it can be utilized. As we age, especially after 60, production of stomach acid naturally declines, a condition known as hypochlorhydria. This means those hard, densely packed tablets often sit in the stomach, failing to dissolve completely or in time to be properly absorbed through the small intestine. This situation is dramatically worsened if you are one of the millions of seniors taking common medications like proton pump inhibitors or PPIs or H2 walkers for acid reflux or GERD. These medications intentionally suppress stomach acid, effectively shutting down the primary pathway needed to absorb traditional calcium pills. You could be diligent about taking your supplement, yet still fail to absorb it due to common coexisting health issues or medications. When calcium is in a liquid, ionized, or chelated form, like calcium citrate malate in a liquid, it bypasses these major dissolution hurdles entirely. The concentrate is already in a bioavailable state, meaning the mineral particles are microsized and electrically charged. They are instantly ready for assimilation. When you mix it into your water bottle, you are creating a mineralized solution that the body recognizes and can uptake immediately into the bloodstream and deliver straight to the bone matrix with minimal digestive effort. This drastically improves the utilization rate, ensuring that the 800 mg or 1000 mg you consume actually goes to work, rather than passing through unused. Furthermore, since the mineral is absorbed in small, consistent amounts throughout the day via sipping, the absorption pathways are never saturated or overwhelmed, maximizing efficiency and minimizing digestive upset. The bone-building team, calcium alone is not enough.
We must also understand that calcium doesn't work in isolation. Think of your skeleton as a major construction project. Calcium is the cement, but you need highly skilled workers and transport vehicles to ensure that the cement gets to the right place and sets correctly. These key cofactors are non-negotiable for optimized bone health after 60, and they are typically included in any high-quality liquid calcium concentrate. Cofactor 1, vitamin D3, the gatekeeper. This vitamin is absolutely essential because it is responsible for optimizing the absorption of calcium from your gut. Without adequate D3, even the best liquid calcium will not be properly utilized. D3 opens the door for calcium absorption. Many seniors are deficient because we spend less time outdoors or our skin is significantly less efficient at producing it from sunlight. A robust concentrate formulation ensures you are getting a therapeutic dose alongside your calcium. Beyond absorption, D3 also supports muscle strength and nervous system function, which is critical for maintaining sharp balance and reducing the #1 risk factor for fractures, the fall itself. Cofactor 2, vitamin K2, the traffic cop and arterial guardian. K2 plays the crucial role of directing calcium away from soft tissues, like your arteries, heart valves, and kidneys, and into the bone structure. This process is essential for cardiovascular safety and prevents the risk of ectopic calcification. K2 activates proteins, like osteocalcin, that bind calcium effectively to the bone matrix. This directional control is paramount for seniors. If you take huge amounts of calcium but lack K2, specifically the highly effective, long-lasting MK7 form, you risk calcification in the wrong places, which is why K2 is arguably the most essential and often overlooked partner of calcium in a mature supplement routine. The MK7 form is preferred because it has a half-life measured in days, ensuring consistent presence in your bloodstream to keep calcium flowing to the bones, not blocking your arteries. Cofactor 3, magnesium, the scaffold stabilizer. Magnesium is frequently forgotten but plays a multifaceted role in skeletal health. It's not just about bone density, it's about bone flexibility and structure. Magnesium is essential for converting vitamin D into its active form, calcitriol, and is directly involved in the function of the cells, osteoclasts and osteoblasts, that build and break down bone tissue. Up to 60% of the body's magnesium resides in the bones, providing structural integrity and flexibility that prevents brittle fractures. A lack of magnesium means harder, more brittle bones that shatter more easily upon impact. A high-quality liquid concentrate will include a balanced ratio of calcium and magnesium, often a 2-to-1 ratio, e.g. 1,000 mg calcium to 500 mg magnesium, to ensure comprehensive structural support and better overall absorption of both minerals. Implementation: mastering the water bottle habit and mitigating risk. This is where the magic of simplicity meets high compliance. For seniors, complicated routines lead to missed doses. We are targeting a habit you already perform multiple times a day: hydration. By integrating the supplement into your water, you eliminate pill fatigue and enhance absorption through gradual intake. The routine for optimal absorption. 1.
Preparation: morning. When you fill your primary reusable water bottle, simply measure out the recommended daily serving of the liquid calcium concentrate, often 1 to 2 capfuls. Drop it in. Liquid forms are easily measurable and disperse instantly, even in cold water. 2. Steady sipping, avoiding stone formation. Instead of slamming a massive dose all at once, which overwhelms the absorption pathways and significantly increases the risk of kidney stone formation, a major fear associated with high-dose tablets, you are now steadily feeding your skeleton the minerals it needs over several hours. This sustained trickle-feed absorption is far superior, gentler on the digestive system, and allows the kidneys to manage the mineral load safely and efficiently. Research confirms that spacing out calcium intake drastically lowers the risk of stone formation compared to taking it all in one sitting. 3. Consistency. Focus on making this your morning ritual, ensuring that the bulk of your calcium cofactor intake happens during your active waking hours, when bone remodeling is most responsive to mineral delivery.
Imagine the ease. No more checking if you ate enough fat for a D3 absorption, or if you should take the pill with or without food. You are simply drinking water, transforming a basic physiological need into a powerful therapeutic intervention. This high compliance rate is why the liquid concentrate method is so effective for seniors. It becomes a default behavior, not an effort. Many concentrates come in pleasant flavors, like cherry or berry, which can even encourage increased water intake, addressing another critical concern for seniors: dehydration. The long-term dividend: resilience, confidence, and fall prevention. By ensuring maximum absorption of this fortified calcium complex, you are actively bolstering the microarchitecture of your bones. This continuous, optimized support does more than just maintain bone mass. It contributes to bone quality, which is the density and internal structure that dictates resilience against impact. This translates directly to reduced fall risk and improved mobility. When your skeleton is structurally sound, you experience better overall posture, stability, and confidence in your movement. Falls are the #1 cause of injury-related death among seniors. The structural support provided by dense, magnesium-flexible bones means that if you do stumble, say navigating a dark theater or carrying a basket of laundry, you are significantly more likely to catch yourself because your core stability is better. And crucially, if you fall, the consequences are far less likely to be catastrophic. This optimized bone health provides the foundation needed for successful physical therapy, strength training, and balance exercises, creating a positive feedback loop of increased mobility and reduced risk.
This isn't just a supplement, it's an insurance policy against frailty, preserving your ability to pursue the life you earned. To confidently walk the beach on vacation, carry your own luggage, garden without fear of stooping, and lift your grandchildren without reservation. This is the ultimate power of the liquid concentrate: maximized absorption, minimized effort, and guaranteed peace of mind. If the information on D3, K2, and the critical role of magnesium was new to you, or if you realized your current tablet supplement routine is falling short, please smash that like button. We are committed to giving you deep, scientifically grounded knowledge for better aging. Also, let us know in the comments below, what is your biggest concern about bone health right now? We read every comment, and your input helps us shape future content. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss the next vital step in maximizing your longevity and mobility. Share this with anyone over 55. It is the most valuable 5 minutes they will spend today. We've established the terrifying stakes, the high rate of long-term disability and mortality following major fractures. We've unmasked the failure of traditional chalky calcium tablets due to poor absorption and digestive inefficiencies common in maturity, particularly for those on acid-blocking medication. And now we have the elegant, simple solution: the bioavailable liquid concentrate, complete with its vital cofactors: D3 for optimal uptake, K2 for correct arterial safe delivery, and magnesium for structural flexibility. The climax of this health journey is the moment you commit to this change. Your bones are living tissue. They are constantly being broken down and rebuilt, a process called remodeling. As we age, the breakdown starts to outpace the rebuilding. Our job is to flood the system with the highest quality building materials available, delivered in the most efficient vehicle possible. That vehicle is your water bottle. Imagine the shift in mindset. Instead of looking at your water bottle just as a means to stay hydrated, you now see it as a delivery system for strength. Every sip is an act of fortification. Every sip is a conscious decision to choose independence over fragility. You are not just drinking water, you are drinking resilience. We are talking about achieving peak absorption rates that are simply unattainable with dry tablets. Because the mineral is already suspended and ionized, your digestive system doesn't have to work overtime to break it down. It's immediately ready to enter the bloodstream and be shuttled, thanks to K2, directly to the bone matrix where it is desperately needed to maintain density and structure. Think about the cumulative effect. Over 30 days, 90 days, a full year, the difference between absorbing 85% of your necessary daily calcium versus 20% is astronomical. It's the difference between a dense, resilient skeleton capable of withstanding minor stress and a porous, brittle structure that fails under normal pressure. This concentrate is the key to maintaining that crucial structural integrity that allows you to move freely, safely, and without reservation. Don't compromise your future mobility for the sake of ignoring this incredibly simple upgrade to your daily hydration routine. The small effort of adding a capful to your water bottle yields monumental rewards in protecting your body's foundation against the irreversible damage of aging. The time for passive consumption of ineffective supplements is over. It's time for active, targeted, highly efficient nutritional intervention. Search for high bioavailability liquid calcium concentrate with K2, D3, and magnesium. Read the labels, prioritize absorption, and start the habit immediately.
Don't wait until the next bump, the next stumble, or the next unexpected crack to realize how vulnerable your bones have become. Order your concentrate today. Place it right next to your sink or refrigerator, guaranteeing that when you fill your water bottle, the concentrate goes in first. Make the commitment now. Your water bottle is now your daily defense against fragility. Take this single, simple step toward protecting your independence, securing your vitality, and ensuring that your 70s, 80s, and 90s are defined by mobility, strength, and freedom. Your bones deserve this protection, and your future self will thank you for taking action today. Get started.